Very good morning, friends. In today's video, we are going to work out a problem on a pentagonal pyramid which has to rest on one of its slant edges in the first case, and in the second case, we are going to have it resting on a corner on HP. Friends, here remember this pyramid, pentagonal pyramid, will have a pentagonal base having each side measuring some dimension, and it will have five slant edges connecting the corner of the base to the vertex of the solid. Now friends, when you are looking or working out a problem on any of the pyramids, first of all you have to go through the problem and see how the object is going to rest. Friends, in any of the questions, if you find the term slant edge or corner in the question, whether it's in a test paper or in an examination, friends, place the object on HP, take my palm as the HP, and place the object there on that, so that one of the corners of the solid, that is the pyramid, should come to your side. And very obviously, in the opposite side, you are going to have a base edge perpendicular to VP. So friends, now I am going to give you the tips how to place the object. It has to rest on slant edge. And as I told you friend, I have to write the top view after placing the object such that one of the corner, say D, is to the right side of you, and the side opposite to that is perpendicular to VP. Obtain the top view, a pentagon of side 30 millimeter, and join this O, the vertex, to all the corners. So here OA, OB, OC, OD and OE represent the slant edges of the pyramid in the top view. And friends, obtain the corresponding front view by projecting lines from all these. So friends, this line A dash, B dash, C dash, E dash and E dash, this line on XY represents the base of the solid. This is a corner, D dash is a corner, and friends, this O dash, D dash represents one of the slant edges. Out of the five, this is one of the slant edge. Now friends, this slant edge is at an angle to HP, at this angle or this angle. But we want this pyramid to rest on slant edge. So friends, what is to be done now? This O dash D dash has to rest on the XY line, that is on HP. So friends, if you call this figure as figure number 1, I am going to redraw this such that this O dash D dash or this triangle O dash A dash B dash D dash rests on this or the slant edge OD. So friends, I will just write this figure here. That is, I am going to reproduce this figure here. Say this is the point. So friends, I have redrawn this figure here, and I want to mark these points as A dash, B dash, this is D dash, this is O dash. So O dash, D dash is the slant edge. It is on HP. I will say slant edge on HP. And friends, let us mark these other points like closer to D, C and E. Full line and the axis. Friends, here you can see that the object is resting on this slant edge on HP. And friends, how to construct these figures is also important, friends. O dash D dash has to be on HP. So take D dash and length equal to O dash D dash. Mark this on XY. Then you know this length. Take this measurement with D dash as center and this distance as radius. Write an arc or draw an arc. Similarly, with O dash as center, O dash A dash, this length as radius, draw another arc. They intersect here, and friends, you will get what is called the print view of the solid. So this figure number 1 and this figure number 2 are exactly identical, and in all the problems on planes and solids, whether it's a pyramid or a prism, cube or a cone, these two will always be identical. The front view in the first stage, front view in the second stage, they will always be identical. They will be same photocopy of each. That is, figure number 2 is the photocopy of figure number 1. That means all these measurements exactly equal to the dimensions of the first figure. Now friends, I will place the object on one of the slant edges and I want to see how it looks in the top view. And friends, in one of the previous videos, I had told you that whenever this solid, that is a pyramid, is resting on slant edge on HP or triangular face on HP, the complete base of the solid is visible in the top view. That is to say, here this line represents, so this point is C dash E dash, okay. This line represents the pentagonal base. So get all the 5 points, join them by straight line to get the top view of the base. So let me start from point A and B. Draw a vertical line through A and B. A horizontal line from here. The point of intersection will give you A. Similarly, this point will be point B. We have got AB. Then comes CD. I will mark this side. This is A. This point is B. And then friends, you have got D here. Vertical line from D. Horizontal from here. The point where those two intersect is the point D. And then on this you will get C and E. Draw a vertical line through C and E. A horizontal line through E will meet here. This one point, the other point is here on the same line. So friends, you have got all the 5 points of the base. So that is, this is our A, this is B, this point is C, little low we should take. So this point is C, this is D, and this is E. A, B, C, D, and E. Friends, since the base is completely visible, we have to join all these by straight lines. So A to B, I am going to join. B to C, C to D, D to E, and E to A. This is how the base of the solid looks in the top view. That means it's again a pentagon but distorted. But the dimension, that is AB, which is perpendicular to VP, will have the same dimension. That I will show here. This AB is equal to 30. I can show here, friends. Now friends, I am to locate this vertex. Draw a vertical from O, then horizontal from here. They meet at a point. Now this becomes the vertex of the solid in the top view. I have to join this vertex to all the corners, and you should be very careful to see whether any of the edges are visible and which edge is not visible. So friends, when you look from the top, OA and OB are visible. I will show here. Just like a sloping roof, you can see this OA and OB. So friends, I will join O to A and O to B also. O to A and O to B are joined because they are visible. And OE friends, this is OE is also border of the figure. That's also to be joined by full line. Likewise, we are going to join this O to C. Friends, you have joined O to A, O to B, O to C. All these edges are visible because they are not intersecting with any other edge. If they were intersecting, then you would have drawn one of them by full line, the other by dotted line. Friends, if you see here, when you look from the top, since the object is opaque, see, it is resting like this. I will show you this slant edge, that is O dash D dash, on which the solid is resting on HP, is not visible in the top view, and hence I have to show this line O to D by a dotted line to indicate that it is not visible. And also it is very obvious, since AB is visible, the intersecting line OD is not visible. So if this is full line, that has to be dotted, and friends, you will get somewhere here closer to this, the point O1 of the base. Friends, this is how we get the front view and top view of this solid when it is resting on the slant edge OD and HP. Friends, this will fetch you one third the total marks allocated to the column, and this will give you the other one third. In the next step, they may say the edge AB on which the solid is resting is at an angle. That means you have to redraw this again here and get the corresponding front view finally. Now friends, I have done pyramids resting on slant edge on HP till the second stage. Now, in the same question, if it were to rest on a corner on HP, so I am dealing with this now. So corner, again I am repeating that whenever it has to rest on a corner or on a slant edge, if you find these two terms, corner and slant edge, the initial position is the same. One of the corners should come to your right, whether it is resting on slant edge or resting on corner, something like this. Friends, it is something like this. Resting on a corner on HP. Now friends, you can see that corner will not be visible to you in the top view. Friends, what do? We write the initial position as it is. And now, it will give you, when it has to rest on HP, some angle of the base or angle of the axis with HP. Suppose, say friends, in the question they say that the axis is at an angle. I will say this is the question now. I will mark it here, the same figure. This is how the object is, how it looks in the front view. Friends, this is O dash. This figure 1 is written here as figure number second. So here A dash, B dash will be here, friends. This is B dash, that is the corner which is on HP, and this is the axis O1 dash, and you have nearer to the D, C and E. So that edge C should also be shown. Say this is C dash, comma E dash, and friends, now you observe that the solid is resting on a corner on HP, and say the axis is at an angle of 40 degrees to HP. That will be specified in the problem. I have reproduced this figure here, this figure, as a figure with D touching XY. Friends, you have marked all the points. Now I have to draw projectors from here, first figure, projectors from the top, one by one, and get the final top view of that. Friends, let me start with A and B. So I draw a vertical line through A and B and a horizontal line, just say from here, A. Suppose say this point is A. This is point A. Similarly, B at a distance of 30, you will get that point P. You have got A and B. Then friends, you get D on this line. That line will be exactly on this it bisects this line. This point is going to be D, and vertex O is here, vertical line from there, horizontal line from here. The point of intersection will give you O. You have got A, B, then friends C and D you should take. I am projecting from here, remember. This is for C, vertical line from C, horizontal line from there. The point where those two intersect will give you the point E here, and similarly this is point C at the equal distance from there. This point is going to be C because A, B, C. This is D and this is E. Friends, remember, always the border of a solid are always visible in the front and top view. Here if you take this as the figure, the borders are like this. A to E by a full line I have to join, A to B by full line, B to C full line, the border O to C full line, O to E again a full line. Friends, I have joined the vertex O to the corner A, B, C, E. Only D is left over now, friend. Now you should decide and know whether it has to be a full line or a visible or a dotted line. Friends, when you are looking from the top, the line OA, the line OB are visible. OA is here. I am going to join A to O or O to A by a full line. I am going to join O to B also by a full line, and they are not intersecting with any of the edges of the solid. So all of them will be full line. This is O1 dash, that is the center of the base. I will call it as O1. O1 is the axis which is now parallel to VP. Friends, you observe here that the solid is resting on D. D is one of the corners of the base of the solid. And friends, now if you want to join this D, I will show you practically. It is resting on corner D, friends. And when it is resting on corner D like this, since it is an opaque body, the lines connecting that is O to that D to this edge. So the line connecting this point D to point E has to be a dotted line. And similarly, D to C should also be a dotted line. Finally, O to D should also be a dotted line. Since D is not visible, all other connecting lines are to be shown by what you call the dotted line, the invisible line. And you can observe here one important thing. Line OA is known to be a full line. It is intersecting ED, the base edge, at this point. Since this is already a full line, a visible line, this has to be a dotted line. So you will never see two lines in a solid intersecting where both of them are full line. If this is full line, this has to be dotted. And if this is dotted, this has to be shown by full line. So similarly here, friends, OB is intersecting DC. OB is already a full line, and the intersecting line, this has to be a dotted line. And this OD is not visible in the top. When this is not visible, all the connecting lines are also not visible. Friends, this is an important clue I have given to solve problem on any pyramid resting either on slant edge on HP or on triangular surface on HP. And friends, you can see here in the same question, instead of giving this corner, slant edge means you have to write like this. So you know basically how to draw the projections of the solid starting from initial positioning of the problem or the solid. Next, the first tilt, second tilt, etc. Friends, all these problems I am solving on board, and if you get time, whenever you get time at home, say during vacations or some holidays and weekly off, you have to sit at home and practice all these problems on your drawing sheet. Then you'll be able to get the complete concept about the solid. Work out whenever you have time. Practice, and practice makes a man perfect. Thank you, friends. Please go through the complete video. Don't skip anywhere in between. And if you like this video, share with all your friends without fail. And in case if you are not subscribed to my channel, Mechanical Engineering Drawing by Dr. Annaya, you please subscribe it today without fail. Wish you all best of luck. Have a blessed day.